Well, hello everyone. Welcome back. Glad you're here. So, I wanted to take a few minutes and do a recap of the last year. I know I'm late. Everybody did theirs in like the last few days of December. We're at the end of January, but it's fine. It all works. So, I wanted to talk about last year, and then I also wanted to take a minute and talk about the future. So, I believe it was like early January of last year, I put up my first video. And my initial goal with this channel was just to like, I even blurred my face. You guys probably remember back then. I didn't want it to be about me. I still don't. I don't want it to be the me show and like attention grabby. I don't like any of that. And so I wanted it to be about the stuff that I'm interested in. I sort of like, that's why I don't do discussions and gun reviews where I'm doing this, holding it up in my face. Who cares about that? Like, let's look at the gun. That's way better looking in my opinion. And then one day while I was, making videos, I was on the range in a video and I decided to do some talking, and people enjoyed that. And so I said, okay, well, I'll do a little bit more and a little bit more. And eventually, I ended up showing my face. I'm still not sure that was the best idea, but because again, I just don't want it to be about me and any vanity nonsense. But I wanted to build a connection with you guys, and that's what's happened. And so anyway, from that first video to now, 1 year, we're about to hit 10,000 subscribers, and wow, I did not think it was going to get this far. And look, 10,000 is nothing in the grand scheme, but it's not nothing to me. The way I view this is, if I went out on my front lawn tomorrow and there was 10,000 people standing there waiting to hear me talk about a gun that I like, I'm pretty sure I would mess my pants. I feel that way now that there's 10,000 of you watching. It's intimidating, and I feel a great deal of responsibility and all of that. And so it's very humbling, and I'm very thankful. So I just didn't think it would get this far. But now that it has, the channel has shown itself, because of your support, to be a viable business. And so anyway, I'm just shocked. I'm thankful. I'm shocked, a little freaked out by the growth, and but most of all, grateful. It's awesome. It's been so much fun. Now, what the first year of this channel has yielded for me, I want to talk about some highlights, I guess. The first one is the relationships. First and foremost, I have met some wonderful people. Top of that list are my moderators, and I hate calling them that because it sounds like employees or something. They're not. They're my friends. Matt, Crack, Ian, Mark, all of these guys have become good friends. And I will tell you guys, no one has contributed materially more to this channel than Crack by a long shot. So all of you, please say thank you, Crack. He's been wonderful to me. I don't know why, but he has, and I'm grateful. But yeah, I've built relationships, man, and not just those guys. I mean, so many. God, there's 120 Patreons. I can't keep track anymore. But man, Charles and Donald and Kevin and oh my Lord, JRK, and there's so many just great guys. They're great guys. I talk to them every day on Patreon. It's been an honor and a privilege to meet all of those guys. Not just that, other YouTubers, Matt and Baron, man. I just talked to Matt for 2 hours on the phone. I just love that guy. We are fast friends. We get each other. And let me tell you, what you see in his videos, that is who he is. That's not a show. That's Matt. And I love it. He's just one of the most enthusiastic, genuine people. I just love that guy. Baron, same thing. Knowledgeable. There has not been a gun yet that I've brought up where he hasn't gone, oh yeah, I had one of those. Like, he's had some really cool guns. But again, super knowledgeable guy, and he's just super practical. I really like what he does. But yeah, relationships. That's the first big thing, is just meeting all of you. And I got to go to the YouTube comments. Oh my gosh. Chris Chiampo, John Kennedy, always checking in from the northern peninsula of Michigan. 007 Chancellor, Chris Mead. Oh, my Lord. There's no way I'm going to remember all of you. There's 10,000 of you. But I just, every time I see some of these guys pop up, I'm like, there he is. And I send a message back, and it's wonderful that we're all gathered around here with the similar interests, and it's just fun. It's been wonderful to meet all of you and come together around this stuff that we love. Along with that, I have made some haters. I didn't want to do that, but they're there. A few of them, not many. My videos are overwhelmingly positive, thumbs up and all that. So, but there's some people who've made negative videos about me and all that. And you know what? I'm just not into that. You guys know I'm not here for drama. I don't engage with that. I'll push back on some people when I feel like some people are coming off too aggressive. Then I'll kind of go, hey, back off, but I'm not getting in the ring. I'm not throwing mud. Just that's such a waste of time, and I don't think it makes anybody better. And this one means a lot. It genuinely means so much, and it is the people that have been brought into the fold of these old guns that are still as viable as they ever were, specifically 1911s. People who've been brought in who are new, who they get it, and they're like, man, I've been shooting Glocks for 10 years and I got my first 1911. I'm never going back. Or, I'm having trouble. This is a big one, helping people where it's like, man, I've been having trouble with this gun. I did what you said, mag, springs, lube. They did the big three and they're like, it worked. Or just people going like, man, I'm the odd guy out in my friend group, and I'm glad I found other people who like old guns. Just all of that. That's deeply meaningful to me that people have discovered a love for these old guns or have been helped by information on the channel. That means a lot. I love that. I really do. And then lastly, this channel has allowed me to quite literally get bucket list guns. It has allowed me to get some of my dream guns. The Colt reproduction World War I's, right? The pre-war guns. And I can't believe I'm saying that I own 2 of them. What? Like, pinch me. It's incredible. Not just those, man. The Winchester 1907, the Winchester 1892. I could go on. Like, I just didn't think I thought maybe I'd own 1 of them, maybe 2. I'm getting like all of them, and it's amazing. And I have you guys to thank for that. Your loyal viewership, commenting, your support, especially the Patreons. Those guys, you know what? I think I realize now what I need to do. I need to get every one of them a cape because they're the heroes of this channel. There's been so many times where my videos have been demonetized, and they carry the water, man. They allow me to keep buying ammo. That's a big one. And I'm not going to start complaining and talking about how hard it is to have a YouTube channel. Nobody wants to hear that. But you guys know how expensive ammo is. And if I've got to go film, 3 guns, does anybody really want to see me shoot 20 rounds out of a 1911 and call that a review? No, it's got to be like 200 rounds. That's not cheap. And so, yeah, man, the Patreons are the real heroes here. They have willfully just signed up to support the channel and help me keep doing this because it is not cheap. Nothing about this is cheap. But yeah, the guns they've been fantastic. It's been wonderful to get so many of the wonderful guns that I have gotten up to this point, and I'm just so grateful, man. I'm so grateful. I do my best to share them with you guys in the sense of like, I want you to know the absolute truth about them. I want you to experience the all the good parts about them with me, and I just do my best to pass on as much as I can via a video to you guys and just show you how much I appreciate what you guys have helped me build here. One of the biggest takeaways, and I've realized this in the past month, is this is a viable business. This is a viable path to potentially do full-time in the future. So I'm leaning into it, and that dovetails us into the future. Now, I'm not going to say too much here. As you can see, one of the things that I'm doing is these pre-war cartridge boxes. One of the things I am going to start doing is selling products. Now, I want to be really clear. I'm not into any like get rich quick schemes. I'm not trying to just sell stuff. I want things to be cool. First of all, they got to be cool or you're not going to spend any money on them. They've got to be practical. I like practical. I don't like nice things for the sake of nice. These boxes are a big example of that. Everything's going to have a vintage, old school tinge to it in some way. I want to try to do things that are unique, nobody else is doing. And so this is the first of many that I'm going to be offering as a way to support the channel, help this thing grow, but also I really want to give you guys cool stuff. There's so many things that I just wish were on the market that just aren't. And I've teamed up with one of my best friends. He's into, let's just say, manufacturing. We're working together to try to bring some of these things to life, offer them to you. And so that's going to be a big change for 2026 is try to do some cool stuff that I wish was on the market. So I'm just going to make it myself, and hopefully you guys like it. So we're going to keep doing videos in 2026. And on that note, before we move on, I do want to say we're going to have more people on the channel, more guests on the live stream. You're going to see new faces very soon. I want to do more collaborations. I really want to expand that. I really want to invite more people on. And so I've already got that planned for the future, some cool stuff. So we're going to keep doing what we've been doing on the media side. The videos, they're going to continue just as they have. One of my goals, though, is I do want to up the quality. There's going to be a little bit more production, not necessarily trying to make them look nicer, but just a higher quality video. That will be a slow change, but it'll be a change. It'll happen. So the videos will continue. Again, I'm going to start offering some products as I'm able to get those produced and keep up with everything. And then the end goal, and I'm just going to briefly brush by this, hint at it, you could say. I turn down no less than 5 people a month asking me to do work for them on their 1911s. Suffice it to say, I'm looking to change that. I won't say any more because YouTube's funny about that stuff, but that is something that I'm working on. So it's going to take a little bit, but I'm going to try to open that door because so many of you have asked. So those are the plans. Big plans. I'm leaning into this. I'm going to try to make this thing grow, but I want it to grow. I want to keep the same spirit of what I've been doing, the same heart. We're going to still avoid the drama. We're still going to go after the old school stuff. I'm still going to be me. Basically, the big changes are I want to offer more and I want to do better. So other than that, the channel is going to remain the same. And that's something I really commit to. I'm not going to suddenly just change and start doing weird stuff and acting weird. No, if I have to do that for the channel to grow and for this to become any bigger than it is today, well, then it's going to stay this size because I am one person and I'm going to remain that person. I'm going to keep doing what I'm interested in, and I'm going to keep the same heart. And I want to close the video with that. Some of you have gathered, hopefully you have gathered, that here's my goal, my heart for this channel in terms of you, the viewer. I want this to be a big tent. Now, this is not some ooey gooey left-wing message of inclusivity, but it kind of is, minus the left-wing stuff. Really what I want this channel to be is I want people to feel welcome here. I don't want elitism. I don't want snobbery. I don't want judgment. Now, what that doesn't mean is we're not going to go around, policing each other's words and constantly correcting each other. I don't like that either. Some of you have discovered. But I want, look, there's been new people who have come along and they don't know anything about some of this stuff. I want them to feel completely comfortable asking questions. There's no stupid questions. I don't want anybody to be scoffed at. I want this to be a welcome channel for people to share their views. We're allowed to disagree. You're not going to get shouted down for it. unless you come at me hard, then I'm going to push you back. But that's something that's been underneath this channel from the start is I want you here. And that's why I start my videos with, I'm glad you're here. I want you to be. I want people to feel welcome. I want you to enjoy this place. I want you to feel free to ask questions and learn, and also offer what you know. People do that all the time in the comments, and there's been so many good little nuggets and tidbits and tips that people have left and that have not only helped other viewers, but have helped me. Because, boy, I certainly don't know everything. So, anyway, that's my heart for this channel. I don't want to be... Because that's an unfortunate thing about the old guns groups sometimes, is they're very exclusive. They're very judgmental. They require you to spend a ton of money before you're accepted. You're scoffed at if you don't buy the most expensive thing. And you know what? Not here. Not here. So anyway, that's enough rambling. Just wanted to say thank you, everyone, for a very awesome year. I'm looking forward to the next couple years. I've got, again, big plans, and I hope they all work out, and I hope you all enjoy it. So, as always, thank you for watching. We'll see you on the next one.